Ah. There we go. I love how his head is in front of the materials bay and he still can't access it. Collect the data. Okay. This is the grindy part of science that people don't like, and I understand why people don't like it, but for some reason it's cathartic to me. Collect, remove. Okay, now get back in your ship. Come on. Okay. Oh, look at all that science. Okay. Oh, wait. Now we can take our crew report. Keep it. Go ahead and hop out and grab it so that we have it next time. Okay. Now we are going to move our stage down here. We are going to hit F5 like we always do before staging stuff off. These are going to be left in interplanetary space to be space junk, but we don't care. There they go. And now we have more delta V than we had before. Although I think it still reads the same because it assumes that we're gonna kick it off. So nothing to do until we get to our nodes. So let's just go ahead and cruise on over to it. It is a mere 60 days away. Those are Kerbal days, so they're a lot shorter than our days. Every 4 Kerbal days is 1 Earth day. Your human hours. Or did I say 1 Kerbal day is 4 Earth days? It's the other way around. Every 1 Earth day is 4 Kerbal days. Okay, their hours are the same, though, which is convenient. So we shouldn't have to worry about exactly when we do this burn. So I'm just going to do it now, after I hit F5. And there it is already. I am really happy with that, actually. I don't think I'm going to do any more. This is a lot better than I thought I was going to get. Okay, no, we're not going to aero brake at Eve. I brought enough Delta V to not have to aero brake at Eve. And I could fix my orbit. I think I'm going to, because this is pretty much garbage out here. So, let's see. I think I want to burn north in order to go south. And north on my nav ball is down here. And when I say north, I don't actually want to burn exactly north. I want to burn towards this little thing, which is basically exactly north. But if my orbit was crazy, this wouldn't be exactly north. But now if I burn north here, that should bring this down. And it's not. So getting me closer to Eve, which isn't a bad thing. So let's go radially towards the sun and see what that does. I kind of wish that I had burned out this stage, because this ship actually rotates fairly quickly when it's not carrying this huge, almost empty fuel tank. But I don't want to dump... Okay, that's the opposite of what I wanted. Actually, no, it's not even the opposite of what I wanted. I think maybe I want to slow down. This is exactly how NASA does it, by the way. Okay, nothing I do works correctly. Which leads me to believe that I'm insane. You would think that one of these directions would bring this down. But I am by no means an expert at rocket science. Okay, just going to do that to get it out there. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of this with a maneuver node, like I should have from the beginning. There's me. Oh, of course I can't place a maneuver node on my orbit. That would be useful. Maybe if I set Sun as a sphere of influence. Okay, can I add a maneuver here? Can I drag it? Of course I can. Oh, crazy, crazy game. Okay, now where is Eve? There's Eve. Let's focus on him. Let's get him into view, where we can also view the maneuver node And now for twiddling time. I will be back when I have something. Okay, just so to show you what I did here. Let's see, positive prograde and negative radial both brought this thing down a little bit, but also we're shifting it right and left. So what I did was I just went positive 1 on the prograde, which showed it out there, and then negative a couple on the retrograde. And I just kept doing it until I got my orbit near where I wanted it, which is right here. That's fairly equatorial, or fairly close to Gilly's orbit, so it won't cost too much. And I'm also moderately close to Gilly's orbit too, which is convenient. And then a maneuver here is going to cost me somewhere in the vicinity of $1,000. So that's basically what I'm losing by not aerobraking. And that's going to leave me 2,000 though, delta V in the tank, which is more than enough. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this burn to get this here, and then I'm going to dump that tank that's almost out of fuel. And then that way I'll have slightly accurate calculations. Although, you know what? 200 meters per second is nothing to sneeze at. So maybe I'll keep it. I might as well keep it. I'm leaving it in space anyway. I might as well get the benefit for it. And oddly enough, we're burning directly at Eve, which is out there somewhere. I'm sure we would never see it because we're looking directly at the sun, and B, I don't think they they show it very well. Okay, so we're gonna hit F5. I'm just gonna do this burn, even though it says it's in 3 days. But I did hit F5, so let's hit F5 again just to make sure. I hate to not see that quick save show up there. Okay, so I'm gonna do the burn. And what did that do? What did it do? Obviously it didn't do what I wanted. So let's assume it's because I'm off by 1.4 meters per second because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, come on, don't be so bad. That's exactly why. Okay. Actually, I could get myself touching Gilly's orbit. Actually, I think I am touching Gilly's orbit. I'm very close, right around here. No, I'm not. Okay. Oh, geez, I hit the wrong button. Oh, I hate that. I hate hitting the wrong button. Okay, now at least I'm looking exactly this way, so I can go to the completely other side here. Ignoring my maneuver node. Where? That's weird. That's not what I expected to happen. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to hit the gas. If you don't know what you're doing, hitting the gas is very good. Okay, see, that gets me kind of close to Gilly's orbit. That's what I want. Okay. Now, from here, if we burn a retrograde, that will get us a moderately nice Gillish encountery sort of orbit. And I'm just gonna get within Eve's sphere of influence. And that's gonna cost me about probably about a minute of this burn here. Less, because it's 2.5 minutes for $3,000, so it's going to be probably 45 seconds of this plus the 7 seconds of this. It's probably going to be around 45-50 seconds, give or take. I don't know. So we're going to do this now to get into Gilly's sphere of influence, or get into Eve's sphere of influence. And experiments to do. Okay, we are going to do the crew report. We're going to keep that. We're going to manually do a mystery goo and a materials bay. We're going to keep those. Then we're going to do our EVA report. Go ahead and do it with this. We're going to collect the data. Then we are going to, of course, we're not going to take the data from here because that's really far away and he can't reach it. Collect the data. Collect the data. He could have waited until we got that one too, but who cares? Okay, now we are 2 whole days from our maneuver node. And we're not doing this burn at Periapsis because we're going for Gilly, not for getting into a good orbit around Eve. And like I said, it's going to be about a 50-second burn, so I'm going to hit F5. And then we're going to crank it down to about 30 seconds or so. And just hit the gas. And then when this engine dies, we are going to eject it. Oh, a minute and a half. A little bit longer burn than I thought. Not a big deal. Now, we are not getting any low Eve science in this mission. The last material bay for here is going to be high over Gilly, and then we got low over Gilly, and then landed on Gilly is what the last 3 materials bays are for. That's why I brought 8, because I knew I wasn't going to be going low over Eve. Well, here we go. We're cranking this thing down. Nathan is excited. We are now on battery only, by the way. We are not gaining any power from this engine, nor are we losing any because we're aiming straight, but we shouldn't have to worry about that. One of the reasons I picked Gilly is we didn't put any landing legs on this guy. Or one of the reasons I should say we didn't put any landing legs on this guy is because we're going to Gilly. I'm pretty sure I have landing legs available in the VAB, but who needs them for Gilly? It's hard enough just to actually get landed. Let alone landing on your landing legs. Okay. Going down to 100 and... Perfect. 0.6. That has got to be good. Let's look at what we got here. We got a decent orbit, co-ish planar with Gilly. Now we're going to set Gilly as a target. And then out here, because we want to do this the most efficient way possible, we are going to fix our descent. It's not bad. We were only 4 degrees and some change off. We're going to bring our orbits coplanar here. 0.2. That's got to be 0.0. There we go. So now it's all about matching orbits. And there's one thing that I hate doing. It's getting an intercept with Gilly. But we're going to do it anyway, so let's crank up time here. Close the alarm and pause. It's going to be a 1-second burn, so obviously we can just crank it right down and do it here. Just got to get close. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay. So now we're basically at 0, and now this here is, when we're here, Gilly's here, which is the exact opposite of what we want. So, much like when we're getting an asteroid here, I'm going to, at this point, I'm going to burn to lower my orbit just a little bit to get an encounter right there. There we go. And then we can tweak that when the time comes. No sense setting up a maneuver node to tweak that. So let's go ahead and get down there. I am much better at intersecting Gilly now than I was when I first did it, because Gilly is so tiny. Getting a match is hard, especially with the tools they give you. No offense to the developers, but the tools are not the best, let's just say. Okay, we're just going to do this burn here. As close to exact as we can. Oh, I saw that change and I thought it was my... Okay, let's go ahead and delete this. We should be very close to an encounter if we didn't go past it. Let's see if... Oh, we went past it. I'm going to thrust limit my engines because I don't think I can do this with a full engine. I'm going to go down to like 10% here. And we are going to flip this guy around now that he's more spry. And we're going to burn forward here. There we go. Okay, now let's focus on Gilly. That is not bad, actually, to be honest. I'm going to hit the gas just a tiny bit. And honestly, I'm just gonna aim to hit it. Because Gilly is so small, there's absolutely no reason not to just do this. This is gonna be what? 100 meters per second to stop our velocity. So I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna wait until we're in the sphere of influence. But okay, Gilly, here we come. Whoa, there's Gilly. Okay, close the alarm and pause. Now we need to take this reading. We need to do a materials and a mystery goo and a crew report. And keep, and an EVA report. Keep that. We're close enough. We can do this now. And I did the wrong materials bay. I just did the one in the thing. Dang it all. Let's see, what is our impact time? Impact time, 17 minutes. Oh, yeah, we got plenty of time. So, let's reset. Oh, I don't know. Let's review this data. We want high over Gilly. Okay, that's the one. We must have gotten that one. Yeah, so let's reset this materials bay and reset this goo container. And then we're going to do this goo container and this materials bay. And we're going to keep these datas. And then we are going to hop on out. We're going to grab the data out of here, because I don't remember if I did or not. We're going to grab these guys. Sorry if this is repetitious. Come on, I've got my face in the container. Maybe this is the one that I already grabbed. Yeah, collect the data. Remove the data. Collect the data, remove the data. Okay. Yeah, that was partially my fault for collecting that first one, and I confused myself. Okay. Now I'm going to hit F5 as we always do. We are going to this is the next stage to go, so goodbye. And those will probably crash into Gilly, I'm assuming. Or miss it on either side. Let's check debris out here. Apparently they don't show up as debris. Actually, if I switch to one, that's gonna hit Gilly. Oh, it's just gonna clip Gilly. And then this one is also gonna hit Gilly, so we're good. Okay. Well, we're coming in on the light side. We're coming in straight down. I see absolutely no reason to just do this. So let's face away from Gilly. Let's face away from Gilly. Let's see how long it would take to do this burn right here. To zero us out is 116 meters per second. It says it'll take 12 minutes. But that cannot be right. 116 is less than 10%. It might be a full minute. Let's go ahead and... Oh. I know what the problem is. The rust limiter. There we go. Let's try this again now. $87 meters per second, 55 seconds. That can't be. That's definitely not right though. It's using the old one. It's going to be about a second, maybe less. I don't feel like I can actually do this burn here to test. So we are going to come down. Let's just let Gilly get big as our impact time goes down. When it gets down to about a minute, I'll do a burn here. Restore maneuver node, close the alarm and unpause. I forgot I had set this maneuver node up. We also, remember, we want low over Gilly science. Whoa. It's deceptive though, because we are traveling 100 meters per second, which is absolutely nothing. We can do over 1,000 in under a minute. So this is not a concern whatsoever. And eventually we're going to be low over Gilly. And we can and then we can finally use this thing to just take the science, because we got to carry this thing all the way to the surface. Which is nice because we're not going to have a lot of time here. We're at 45 seconds to impact. When we get down to 30 seconds, I think, I am going to hit the gas just to see what that does. Yeah, it's making it go up, so we're good. When we get down to 20 seconds, I think I'm going to hit the gas. Nice flat area to land on, which is fine by me. Yeah, this is going to be no problem whatsoever. Easy peasy, as they say. I am kind of shocked that we're not low over Gilly yet. There we go. Crew report. Keep it. Crew report. There are no open crew reports experiments. Ah. Observe the mystery goo. Space near Gilly. Keep the data. Observe the materials bay. Space near Gilly. Keep the data. I don't know why the thing here didn't say that that was good. I obviously can't go out and get my... Oh, I should probably go into surface mode. There we go. I obviously can't go out and get my... my crew report out of the capsule, but I apparently forgot to do that before. I thought you could get temperature near somewhere. You can. So I'm going to do that. Okay, we are under the crash tolerance of the engines now. And the materials bays, which are important because I don't want to crash my materials bays onto the surface. Let's go ahead and rotate this guy just to be sure. Nice soft landing. No sense taxing the systems any more than they need to be taxed. And landed on Gilly. Go ahead and get out. As usual, you are going to do your work first. Take the data. Let's do our EVA report from here. Keep it. Get back in. And now we should be able to observe these materials bays from the surface. Keep it and observe the mystery goo from the surface. Keep it. Crew report from the surface. Keep it. Temperature from the surface. Which I don't remember if we got that already yet. Okay, hop back out. Now, first man on Gilly. You get to plant your flag. Plant the flag, and like before, we are going to call this Gilpollo. Plenty of fuel in the tank. I hope. Nathan. The first words ever said on the surface of Gilly. Okay, now we got to collect our datas. Take that data. Take all the data out of the pod. Get back in. Whew, I don't think we got an EVA report from the surface. Or no, we didn't, and we didn't get a surface sample either. We were so busy taking our first steps and saying our first words. Take a surface sample. God, 72 science we missed. EVA report. 36 science. Keep it. Okay. We're ready to come home. Okay, we're going to lift off from the surface here and get this crew report. Space near Gilly. Now we don't need to collect any more data. So we're just going to go east. And we're going to get our apoapsis up to about 10,000. Actually, no, it's got to be 13, doesn't it? Let's go up to 15, just to be sure. We're going to our apoapsis up to 15. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to set our periapsis. We're going to get it up as well. Whoa, crazy time. Something like that. tiny little amount of fuel we got to spend here. Oh, and that's right. We can't fast forward, so we can physics warp though at least. Still got plenty of electricity. I over-engineered this thing for electricity because I was just so afraid without any solar panels what would happen. Oh, and I don't need these anymore. So goodbye. Look at how fast they're just tumbling away. Okay, well, actually, oh, we can see them now. That's weird. We couldn't see those. That is hilarious. They are leaving Gilly's sphere of influence. I wonder what would have happened if I had done that on the surface. I bet they would have taken off there as well. Whoa. Oh, that's right, because I'm in physics warp. Okay, well, let's, no, we still can't speed up time. I'll meet you when I'm in orbit.